Hi ladies, I'm here with Dr. Danielle Haller from True, and we're today discussing loss of libido. That was a huge response we had from the community about loss of libido. Did that surprise you?
No, not really, no? Christy. It's most women will experience a loss of libido at some stage in their lives. For some women, it's just for a short period of time. For other women, it's for a longer period of time. I think women aren't so comfortable talking to their doctor about it.
Yeah.
And the forum that you provide where women are anonymous, I think provides a forum where people are brave enough, to ask that question. Yeah.
And I think also too, if your doctor's a male, it's just a bit of a difficult kind of conversation to have with a male.
Certainly.
Yeah. So it sounds like it was a widespread issue. Yeah. Why is loss of libido so common?
It can be caused by some things that are very common in women's lives. So milestones like having a child can cause a loss of libido. There are oral contraceptives or in fact any contraception that stops ovulation can decrease libido. Okay. Menopause, so women are going to transition into menopause, so menopause can be a cause of that libido is decreased. Sometimes it's because women are extremely tired, too busy, have depression. Sometimes it's the antidepressants that they're actually on that can cause a loss of libido. Sometimes it can be from having like pain with sex or just in pain in general, and obviously relationship issues as well. And most women will experience those things in their lives, so they're at risk of losing their libido for a while at least with those things.
What I'd like to know is what is considered normal? Is once a week normal? Is once a month normal? Is, every day normal? What is considered normal?
There is no normal. It's whatever is that the woman is happy with in terms of how often she's interested in or having sex. There's no value in comparing her sex life with her friends' sex lives or
Everyone's so different and in different periods of their lives. And I know, when you have little children running around and you're completely exhausted, the last thing you're going to want to feel like is sex at the end of the day. Yeah. So, and also I think that we need to be mindful too that this can happen to men as well.
Yes,
so,
certainly.
For the partner or the husband to be experiencing low sex drive is normal too.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there something wrong with me if my partner is interested in sex more than me?
I guess in most relationships, men have a higher libido than women, but that's not in all relationships. Certainly, there are some relationships where women have higher libido than their male partners. So it's not abnormal. Where it becomes a problem is if there's a significant difference in the sex drives between the two partners, and it starts causing a problem in the relationship.
So if someone loses their sex drive, where does it go, and can they get this back?
Most women will recover at least some of their sex drive. It depends on the cause. If it's related to having 3 children under 3 in the household, then as they get older and they sleep better and there's less stress and things, then the libido can come back. When that happens, if it's an issue that is quickly resolvable, the libido can come back more quickly.
Yeah. And so what can women do to improve their libido?
Yeah. So there are some lifestyle things that women can do. So eating healthily, getting some exercise, getting some relaxation, doing things that they enjoy in life can make them feel better, pick up their mood. And so that can help with libido. If there are specific issues that cause the libido problem, such as they're having pain with intercourse, for instance, then seeing their doctor about resolving that issue can help. If it's their mood or depression, then either getting themselves on to something or some treatment for depression, or changing an antidepressant medication, changing their contraceptive to something that doesn't stop ovulation. So there are specific things in that regard that women can do.
And what can couples do to improve their sexual relationships?
It's a lot about communication. So there can be a bit of a cycle where, he might want sex and she doesn't. So every time he goes to touch her or kiss her, she thinks, oh, he wants sex. So even the touching, the intimacy disappears. And so, if they're having if they can have a discussion about, well, yes, I would just like a kiss and a cuddle tonight and nothing else, then at least there's some intimacy in the relationship in that sense. Yeah. If there's pain, or if there are some things that happen in sex that cause pain, avoiding those things, using more outer course than intercourse can sometimes help if there's a problem with pain. The other thing they can do as a couple is also get sexual counselling. So there are sexual counsellors. Sometimes it's just a psychologist who does it. Sometimes it's a psychologist with a specific interest in sexual health and sexual relationships who can help as well.
And I think, like what you were saying before, it is about communication. It's about being open and honest with each other. Yes. And for a man, it might be really frustrating, especially if their sex drive is a lot higher than the woman's, or vice versa. It can be frustrating. So it's just so important to have those conversations around that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That open communication. Yeah. Now, is there any medication that can help, like a female Viagra?
Unfortunately, no, there's no female Viagra.
Damn it.
Sometimes we can look at things like testosterone levels for women and testosterone replacement for women, but there are women who have a normal testosterone level who have a low libido, in which case testosterone replacement won't help. And there are some women who have a low testosterone, but they have a perfectly normal libido, so there's not necessarily a link between testosterone levels and libido. It may be worth women going and having a testosterone level checked, and it may be worth considering testosterone therapy if they have a low libido and a low testosterone, but in the context of other things, not in isolation. If they use that as well as healthy lifestyle or getting counselling or that kind of thing, then certainly there can be an improvement for some women. There's this big, research is really into looking for the female Viagra. There is a new medication that may come into Australia soon. The problem is that the improvement in libido was fairly minor, so it's not the magic bullet either, and it did come with significant side effects. So it may be something that will be helpful for some women, but it's not something that's going to help all women.
And I think, I suppose, from a point of view of a woman, I think it's worth understanding for the man to understand that they may need to spend some time actually cuddling, kissing the lady, their partner first.
Yes.
Instead of getting straight into the act.
Yeah, sometimes it's a matter of planning for sex as well. So if women have got, this is what I want to do this evening, and sex doesn't fit into it, they may well say no if it doesn't fit into their mood or what they're planning to do. Sometimes if they say, well, can we try it for Saturday night and get things ready for Saturday night and get somebody out, looking after the kids or whatever it might be.
And I think sometimes we, especially as young adults before we have children, we kind of think that would just be such an awkward and terrible thing to do. Let's just, we'll book sex in at 6 o'clock on a Saturday night. But it's, if you have these young little children running around, it's actually imperative that you do that. And I think the other really important thing to do is go on dates.
Yeah, have date night.
We need those things. We need those dates. We need that intimacy time. And it's really interesting. I went on a date the other day with my husband, and I put it up saying, on a date with my husband, when was the last time you had a date with your husband? And someone said 18 years. And, 15. There was a lot of comments from women saying that they hadn't had a date in over a decade with their partner. So, that's going to cause problems in the bedroom if you're not actually communicating and dating this person that is your husband or wife or whatever it is. Yeah. So, dating, important. Thank you. That was a great discussion. And look, make sure you jump online and ask any questions. If you have any further questions, comment with any advice you have. And let's keep this conversation going. And we look forward to seeing you in our next segment. Thank you. See ya.